And we are live and back. And again, Happy New Year, guys. It's 2026. First live this year. And we finished on a strong note. And we plan to make 2026 even stronger. And we're going to have a couple of lives right now. We're going to just remind you because I've seen a lot of talks out there where people are like, oh, this is a new way or new PPL or new affordable PPL. Like, guys, whatever you think like new, we already did this. We've been doing this for a while. So we just here, kind of remind you that I don't think there's anybody who has more leads. I don't think there's anybody on the marketplace for sure. If you ask about people about leads that you can preview, there is no one has more than us. There is no one has more options than us in terms of different pricing structures and packages and deals and free stuff. We were spinning the wheel for 2 weeks in a row. We gave a bunch of LeadPacks and actually still giving away. They are a little bit less. So if you missed your chance, you still have a shot. And today, actually, a cool new offer, $9 coupon for the whole weekend you can get with any deal that is on our screen right now. So newyear.iSpeedToLead.com. So you get a $9 coupon with any package that purchased today. So, but the whole idea, and I'll let Ashley to make a couple of dials first. So we started on a happy positive note. Plus, we started a bit later. So we want to make sure we catch a couple of sellers. But
Absolutely.
again, guys, if you guys didn't know, Coupon Club, again, this is a big thing. Coupon Club has 14-day free trial. If you had Coupon Club in the past, it will work for you. Let's say you cancel for whatever reason, whatever bad reason or good reason, but you can get back and use the trial once. And if you never had Coupon Club, you can join Coupon Club for 14 days as well. The link is in the description. Make sure to try it out. And what is Coupon Club? In short, like coupons, everybody likes discounts and that type of stuff. As you guys know, real motivated leads, again, not prospect lists, not skip trace lists or some weird stuff. So real motivated leads, people who raise their hand, who have intent to sell their house for cash. Those are typically expensive. You need to run either ads, you need to hire VAs, you need to call, you gotta pay for systems, VAs, AIs, automations, all those things, all organizational things. If you hire people, you need to also pay wages, salaries, all that type of stuff. So it is expensive. And we do have expensive leads. As mentioned in the description, exclusive leads that can go up as high as $300. But here's the cool thing. We have so many of leads that we can afford selling the same leads for less if you're part of the Coupon Club. So, and you can join Coupon Club completely free. It will allow you to get leads at as low as $3. So the actual leads on our platform, that's $3. And unlike some other cheap leads that you can see out there, your effectiveness with those is way higher. We had Alex calling those leads. We had actually Ashley getting a contract with one of those leads. And again, the key is not that they're just, oh, they're better and there is no probably good reason for that. One of the big reasons why they're better, because you can choose them. You can check the market, you can check parameters, you can check stuff. Are they perfect? No. But here's the thing, what a bunch of gurus don't have as well: the support system to answer your questions, to give you refunds, to sit even here all the time about this particular subject, because this is what we do in most of the time. So having said that, I'm gonna, guys, remind you again, but if you're still not part of Coupon Club, make sure to join. By the way, quick note too, Coupon Clubbers still have free access to our Speed to Leaders school community, which is actually paid now. So it's $100 a month. It has a trial too. But again, if you want to get into our school with calls and giveaways and a bunch of things that we do on a consistent basis and sit like Ashley, let's say, on a live where we actually give you some leads that you can dial. And again, just make sure you have a good internet, a good computer. So if you want to be part of that as well, you can just come and join just Coupon Club, and you get both community and leads and bunch of opportunities and the possibility to be associated with the number one largest marketplace of pay-per lead out there. Having said that, Ashley, how's it going?
Hold on,
Really
keep
well?
talking for 1 second. Just
Keep
because
talking for one more second. So, and guys, let us know who is in. So just want to give some quick shout out to people who are joining us in the first live of 2026. Let's freaking
I'm
Go.
just sending you guys, as you guys should be doing, whoever's watching this right now. Please be sharing this out. Invite your friends who are investors in here. Let's start this new year off nice and hot because, you know, I have goals for 2026, bigger ones. I feel like I could have done way better last year. I'm coming in strong into 2026 and I'm just like ready to go. Um, and yeah, just like Yuri said, I want to add on to all that. He- Lead generation companies, I'm not here to bash them. I haven't used any others. I've tried a few calls on some others and they didn't go so well, but no names mentioned. But I've been with iSpeedToLead for a while, and I do see what other lead generation companies are doing. And one thing I can say confidently is iSpeedToLead did it first. They do something and then they get copycats. They know the market. They have killer marketing. Is every lead a slam dunk? No, of course not. But that's the name of the game. This is what we do as investors. And that's why if you learn the creative aspect of it, then you can possibly make that not so slam dunk lead a slam dunk. The more tools you have in your belt, the more chances you have to close it. It's very true. And with that said, I don't know if you have anything else to say on that. Ooh, hold on. I think I just received okay. Never mind. I thought that was a seller wanting to had a question. But I'm gonna actually just start in with some dials. I did buy some leads. Let's see if we can get some answers and see if we can lock up a contract. Like, why not? All right. This one is Aretha.
Sorry.
Tell us in the comments what you guys did for New Year's. Did everyone have a good New Year's?
Sorry, the mailbox is full and there is not enough space to leave a message.
Well,
To send a message to another subscriber.
okay, then. Next. We're going to call Dorothy. It sounds like an old person's name, so I bet you that this is an old person. Maybe not, though. You never know. Oh. I'm not calling it the best time. So you guys, what's really cool, iSpeedToLead breaks down so much for you. There is something on this lead that says best time to call is between 12 p.m. and 5 p.m. And we're past that time. So I'm not going to waste any more time on that. I'm just going to move right to the next one and I'll call that one tomorrow. We got Corey. This one's going to answer. I don't know. I feel it. Maybe not.
Hello?
Hi, Corey.
Yes.
Hi, my name is Ashley. Sorry to bother you so late in the evening. But I actually had received a notification that you were interested in selling your property over on Indian Creek Drive. Is that accurate?
Yes.
Perfect. Well, I'm actually looking to buy over in that area, so I'd love to chat with you about it.
Okay.
Okay. Can you just tell me a little bit about what's going on in the property? Are you currently living in it, or is it vacant?
It's vacant. The tenant just moved out.
Okay.
And we're just tired of, we're just tired of dealing with the rental in Florida.
Yeah.
We don't live in Florida.
Oh, where do you live?
I live in Rhode Island.
Okay, I'm not far from you. I love Rhode Island. I have a lot of family over in Rhode Island. But we actually buy lots of property out in Orlando as well. So we have a team that takes care of our properties and stuff. So I totally get not wanting to do the long distance landlording. I definitely get it. So I'm just looking at a couple things right now. So did you get to see how they left the condition or anything?
I just came back
Oh, okay.
yesterday. So we just do repaint. We did repainting. We did a new carpeting.
Mm-hmm.
So everything is brand new.
Okay. All right. So I guess the big question, let's just get it out of the way. What are you looking to get for this property?
I would say about 150.
Okay. Let me see.
Yes.
Trying to find when I'm putting your address in. You haven't had this listed at any time, did you?
I did, and I just removed it. I did when the tenant was there, and the condition wasn't good, so that's why I removed it. I fixed it, and now I want to list it again.
Okay. Okay. Yep, I did find it. Yeah. So it looked like a canceled listing when I looked real quick. And then I assumed it wasn't yours, but that was a bad assumption. So yeah, it looks like you had canceled it at the end of October. Okay. So, all right. I see a couple things here that I might be able to do. Do you still have a loan on that property, if you don't mind me asking?
Have what?
Do you still have a mortgage on that property?
No, I do not.
Okay. So there's a couple things I can offer you because you're asking full retail and I'm an investor, so I typically don't want to come in and pay full retail. But you redid it. There's really no work that needs to be done. I'm taking it, right? You did all of the work.
Okay, yeah. So I have to see the number. If the number's good, I would do it. If the number not good, so I can wait.
Yeah.
I'm not in a hurry. I'm selling it.
Yeah. Yeah. No, I figured. So what were you getting for rent there, if you don't mind me asking?
1,700.
Okay, that's not bad. That's not too bad. Now, is there a HOA that you have to pay every month, or is it yearly?
Yeah, it is an HOA.
How much is it?
700.
A month?
Yes.
Okay. When's the last? So are they? Do you have it reassessed? Like, has that went up monthly, or has that been the same price monthly for a while?
The rent is. I start with the 1,200, and now it's 1,700. So I increased. I'm not sure, $100 for 2 years. That's what I did.
Okay. Yeah, no, so maybe I asked you the wrong way. I'm talking about the homeowners association. Have you noticed that it's increased in price, or is it
No, it's not going to increase. It's going to decrease. This is for the special assessment. It's going to stay like this. I believe it's 4 years, another 6 years. It used to be 300 something, 320.
okay?
And because of the special assessment, so they put it up to 740 for 10 years.
Gotcha.
But I believe I did it 4 to 5 years already. And then after that, it's going to go down.
Nope, that makes sense.
320.
Okay. Yeah, no, that's the reason why I asked you, because when I talk to sellers, I've dealt with people who have had a reassessment due to, let's say, new siding on the entire building, and then everyone pitches in and pays monthly for so long. So I totally get it. That's why I was wondering. So you said after 10 years, it'll go back down to 300. Is that what you said?
Yes.
Okay. So Do you have, were you happy with your current agent that you, well, not your current anymore, but the agent you had listing your property?
Oh, yeah, I'm happy because I purchased 2 houses from her, and I'm happy, to go back with her too. I don't really mind. I just, like I said, I just came back yesterday. I
Mhm.
just finished painting the whole apartment. It's a townhouse.
Mhm.
Just finished the carpet, put some, appliances, the standard appliances in. So, like I said, I just came back yesterday. I don't mind, to go back to her and have her listed.
Gotcha. Okay. No, that makes sense. I mean, honestly, because I'm really trying to think, because where you want full market value, which is fine, I'm trying to figure out a way I could come in and make that work. The only thing I feel like I could offer you, and I don't want to waste your time, would you be open to a seller finance on this?
With me?
Yes, if I could give you the 150,000, would you be open to a seller finance on that?
Okay, yes.
Yeah. Okay. And that, what's cool about that is you wouldn't have to landlord anymore, but you're still getting the mailbox money, right? You're still getting the check every month, and
Yeah.
and you don't have any obligation to fix a broken fridge, a leak in, the sliding
I
door.
know, but
Yeah.
I'm gonna lose the house.
So this is how I structure my seller finance deals, okay? So I structure them very well,
Okay.
where there's a lot of protection for both of us, okay? So I put it in place to where if there was ever a payment missed, you would get to go to, the local clerk's office and deed the property right back by quick claim. I do have a lot of seller finance properties. I'm not into the business to give you a down payment and pay you a ton of money and lose the house. That's not my style. So and if, that wouldn't make any sense to me, right? So, what we could do is I can give you a down payment so I have skin in the game. Um, and then we can just, figure out a monthly payment that would make sense.
Okay.
It's a great way to look at it, and I mean, especially if you're doing financially okay. A lot of people like doing this, especially if they're financially okay, because they don't need the money. They don't need the 150. It mitigates your taxes of having to, pay that huge, capital gains right off the top. Um, so what we could do is, let's do this. What I'm going to do is let me pull up my seller finance calculator so we can just start crunching a few numbers and see what makes sense. Let's start off with how much you'd like to see down.
I would like 25% back.
What was that?
25%.
25%?
25%.
25%.
Yes.
Okay. So typically we'd like to stay in the 10% range. Let me see if something like this even makes sense. Okay. Let me pull up my seller finance calculator,
Okay.
and let's see if we can finagle something for you. Okay. All right.
Mhm.
So I'll give you your $150,000 purchase price. And then let me see what that looks like. It's a little high, but let me. Sorry, I wish you could see what I was doing. That way, you're just gonna see me. You're gonna hear me thinking. There we go.
No worries.
So let's do this. How long are you willing to hold the note for?
It's over. I don't know. Give me an option.
Okay. Yeah, no, I just like to typically see where you'd be at, because I mean, obviously the longer you hold it, the more you make. So it could be a nice little investment for you. Let's say,
It could be like a year.
I'm sorry, what was that?
It'd be like a year. Can it be like a year?
A year. Typically, if this was a single family home I was dealing with, and not something that had an HOA and all that, I could do 24 months. But something like this, I'd be looking for you to hold it more like 7 years. Would that even make sense for you?
Oh. No, I don't think so.
Okay. Okay. Yeah, and for me to just come out and say it, I mean, so like if let's say I gave you a 3% interest rate on it, and you held it for 7 years, you'd make almost 180,000.
No, I don't think that's gonna work.
Okay.
With the 3%, yes, no.
Yeah. Well, what about this? What if I come in and if I overpay you for the property, I like to do principal pay down because it makes my monthly payment a lot smaller. So what if I was to say, what if I came in and said, I'll give you 200,000 for your property? And let me do this. All right. Would you be open to doing principal pay down if I gave you 200,000 for your property?
Oh, I can consider about that, but first of all, why don't you just write down the number,
Mhm.
and then I can have my lawyer look at it, the number, the term, everything, and then I can have my lawyer look at it, and we can go from there. Because right now I'm, obviously I don't really know much about this term, but I am willing to do it though.
Yeah.
But I have to
absolutely.
have like a opinion.
Yeah, I mean, it's a great way to do it. And the reason why I said I'd overpay for the property, because what I do is a principal pay down, it is a 0% interest rate. But what that does is it gives me that low enough monthly payment where I can come in and take care of the HOA every single month and still pay you, 500 to 600 a month and still cash flow, because it does not make sense for me and you must understand this, seeing you make money on properties. It doesn't make sense for me to jump into this if I can't cash flow on it, because I'm going to use it for a rental as well. Yeah.
Yeah, of course. Nobody's not gonna do it for free,
Right. Yeah. So that's why I was like, if I paid you the 200,000, that's even more than you would make on the, the 180.
Yeah, but that 200,000 is over 7 years, right?
I put it for 7 years. Yes.
Yeah, so over 7 years. And think about maybe 7 years at that house, it could cost more than 200K.
Well, I mean,
Don't you think?
typically, as an investor, I typically don't hold properties more than 3 to 5 years. I put the 7 years just in case, because I don't know if the market's going to shift in a bad way or a good way. This could benefit me or it could screw me, right? We never know where the market's going. Housing's been dropping. I mean, people's houses that were worth 600,000, they look and now they're worth 500. So it's like we never know what's going to happen with the market. This is secure for you though. So no matter what happens to the market, you're secured.
Okay.
Does that make sense?
Yeah, it makes sense.
Okay. Well, what I'll do, how about this, Corey? Why don't I just send you over a screenshot of what I'm looking at? It's just a seller finance calculator. It's going to break down your equity, the down payment, loan amount, the interest rate, which I just talked to you. I can put an interest rate on it, but another thing I like to explain to people, let's say I even put a 5% or a 6% or a 7% interest rate. I have to come in at a little bit of a lower offer, and you're not going to be guaranteed that 200,000 because I may cash out sooner, if that makes sense. At least this is locking you into a $200,000 number no matter what.
Okay, yeah, that makes sense.
Okay, perfect. So what I'm going to do, Corey, I'm going to message you. I'm going to shoot you a text message right now, with a breakdown of the seller finance. Take a look at it. We can always adjust and, look at the numbers. If there's something certain you need, you let me know. It doesn't make sense for me to jump into a deal where I have to put, a quarter down and, you know, 1 year. It doesn't make sense for me because I would just go through a bank at that point.
Okay.
Okay. So I'm going to send this over to you right now so you can take a look at it. And why don't we, I'll give you a call tomorrow, or in a day or two. It's up to you, or you can shoot me a text whenever you're ready, and then we can readjust numbers and play around with stuff. That's the cool thing about creative finance. We get to choose, the terms.
Okay, sounds good.
Okay. Thank you so much. You have a wonderful night.
Okay, you
All right.
too.
Okay.
Bye-bye.
Bye-bye. Yeah, that's not gonna be a deal. I can already tell. I'm gonna still send it over, you guys, but I'm not feeling great and I'm warm, fuzzy, and confident about it because she doesn't want to hold it for 7 years. She wants to hold it for a year. When I told her I put 3% interest rate, she's like, yeah, no, that doesn't work. It's like it's like the baker, man. He wants to bake his cake and eat it too, right? They want the best of both worlds. So I'm not counting on this one, but it doesn't hurt to at least send her over the structure that I'm looking at right now. And if you guys just bear with me, I'm just gonna send it over real quick because I don't want to forget. So let's do that. And if you guys have any questions whatsoever, please throw them down in the comments and I will go over them at some point. I do have some more dials to make. There we go. Why is it not? There we go. Perfect. See if she has an iPhone or she's a Droid user. Ah, yes, she has an iPhone. It's Ashley. I'm going to share a note with you. So what I do, you guys, is I put it in like my notes and it gives that structure that I need. So I'm going to copy that and see if she can get into it. There we go. And then share. Perfect. All right. So now that's out of the way. Let's do this. Let's make another dial. Oh, my daughter called. She might have had a deal. So let me just see because she's making dials too, you guys. My daughter is 17 and she's upstairs making dials right now. So let's get her on a call and see if she needs any help.
Hello.
Hi, you're on YouTube right now. Did you have a question about a lead or anything?
No, not right now.
Okay, perfect. If you need anything, let me know. I'm making dials, okay?
All right.
All right.
Thanks.
Yep. Love you. Bye.
Love you. Bye.
When I start to structure a seller finance deal, I don't know if you guys can tell, but I'm trying to feel where they're at. I try to give an idea like, hey, tell me right now, like, how long you willing to hold the note? I just want to get a feel of where they're at. Some people don't like doing it that way. They'll just structure something and then pitch it to them. And I've done it that way too. I have. It doesn't much matter. I've had good experience doing it both ways, but I just really like to get a feel of where they're at.
Hello?
Hey, Everett.
Yep.
Hey, my name is Ashley. The reason for my call this evening is I actually received a notification you were interested in selling that property on Milton Road. Is that accurate?
Say that again?
So I had just received a notification that you were interested in selling your property over on Milton Road.
Yeah, you a realtor?
I am not a realtor. I am an investor. Are you looking for a realtor?
No, not really. But yeah, I'm exploring the idea.
Okay.
I do get a lot of calls about it. And
I figured.
things in the mail.
Yeah.
And it needs a lot of work.
Okay.
But it's a unique property.
Yeah.
Because I can put a 3-unit building in there or 3 separate little buildings or whatever.
Mm-hmm.
And it can be used for a McDonald's or a drive-through or something like that. So it has a lot of potential. So I kind of want to talk to a realtor to see what they think it's worth these days.
Yeah. I mean, I can tell you, I do this all the time, so when I talk to sellers, I'll lead them into the right direction I think they need to go, right? Like if I'm not your buyer, I'm going to tell you. I will tell you straight. I don't want to waste your time. I think both of our times are valuable, so we can get right into it. Of course, it depends, obviously, what you want to do with the property, just like you were saying. I'm looking at comparables in the area right now. Where it is a unique property, it is hard to find an identical comparable, right? But it is showing that, properties all fixed up are going around 300,000. So again, it just depends. It really does. I don't see any pictures of your property. I'm looking, but I don't see anything. You've probably owned it for quite some time, huh?
Yeah, I owned it for quite a bit. It's an older house. It's run down.
Mhm.
And I used to run a business out back, a construction business.
Okay.
I'm zoned for that now. And
Oh, that's nice. So it is zoned for commercial use as well.
oh yeah,
Yeah, I mean, because I'm looking at other houses in the area too. Like they're again, it really depends. I'm looking on different MLS sites right now, and you could get more for it if it was all fixed up. But I'm looking at, for instance, another house to compare it to, and it's really well done on the inside, and they sold it for 340. So it just really depends on the level you want to do. It, but you got realtor. If you get a realtor, you're obviously going to have realtor commissions. It looks like properties are sitting on the market anywhere between 60 and 90 days. Let's see. Yeah, they're sitting on the market for a little bit, but it's not a great market out there right now. Let's see.
well,
What do
here's
you?
the thing
Okay, go ahead.
is I know what you're looking to buy it and flip it. If you're
Possibly.
or possibly buy it and develop the land there or whatever.
Yeah, whatever makes sense. Whatever would make sense. Yeah.
But you're not looking to pay market value because obviously you need to make some money.
Correct.
So that's why I've just been hanging on to it.
I understand.
Because, I don't want to just give it away.
I don't blame you.
And you know what I mean?
Well,
give it way too cheap. Sell it too cheap.
No, I that makes sense. Let's say,
But I am getting to the point where I don't really need it.
right.
It makes me a little bit of money because I rent it out.
What does it get for rent over
But,
there?
$1,000
$1,000. Okay.
a month.
Are they on a month-to-month lease right now?
Yep.
Okay.
Yep.
All right. So, what about something like this? What do you think in your mind, what's the magic number that would be like, what's the magic number wherever would be like, that's it, I'm selling it. Obviously, like not $1 million, but like reasonable.
300,000.
That's what you're looking to get? Okay. Now, how much work needs to be done on the property?
Well, we'll need a furnace
Okay.
and electrical updating for that one house.
Okay.
If you wanted to get good money, because a house, you look around, it's a house that you can have a dog.
Mhm.
Most of it, all of it was fenced in at one time, but it's getting run down. Some of the places,
Yeah.
some of the fences and secured, and look in the paper, see what it takes to rent a house. Quite a bit of money.
Mhm.
So the numbers are starting to work a little bit.
Yeah.
But
So,
I've always said that I'd sell it for 300,000. Even had it on the market one time for 300,000. Had a realtor wanted to sell 3 houses at a time. Them 3 houses, mine being the middle one, and for I forget, like $900,000 or something. And I agreed with that.
mhm.
And but it never went anywhere.
Yeah.
Not.
How long ago was that?
I didn't have one commercial person because they were trying to sell it as a big lot for commercial.
Mhm.
Oh, that was quite a while ago. Christ, it had to be 20 years ago, maybe.
Okay.
So houses have gone. Since then, I've sold a lot of houses. And not a lot of them, I mean, but I owned a number of them, and I used to rent them. And systematically, I've sold them. You know, and this is the last one I have. So I've been hanging on to it and thinking about renovating it for myself and living there because I'm out in the woods. I just lost my wife 6 months ago.
Oh,
Everything
dang.
has changed for me in the last 6 months. So
Wow.
thinking of getting closer to more population because I'm up here in the woods, basically. I'm in a nice place, but I don't want to live in the house by myself.
I don't blame you. Yeah, that
You
can,
don't have a lot
yeah.
of activities around, you know.
No,
So, so
no,
I've
that,
always said,
yeah.
300,000, knowing that was like super top dollar for it. But
Mhm.
now that number is getting very realistic.
Mm-hmm.
That's what it would take. 300,000, I would drop it.
Yeah, I mean, honestly, in Rochester, like a lot, like if you actually look at the market in a lot of places, the market's dropped, but I'd say it's been super steady over in Rochester. Like it hasn't really dropped significantly in price. Do you know what I mean? Like anytime I go to like to the MLS and I pull up a house, it will show you the realist, like the from 2021 to 2025, you know, or 2024, obviously, but will tell you when it's dropped, and that's when it had started dropping was 2024. And yours, I'm looking at, and it's all Rochester houses. They stayed very steady on the graph, which is a good thing. I think that, so Rochester is a great place. It's definitely, my business partner has an apartment building out there, and I know that he really wants more properties out that way. Um, I'm thinking what the best thing to do. I don't think 300,000. Let me ask you this first. Let me back up for 1 second. I'm getting ahead of myself. When's the last time you did any updating on the inside?
Oh, quite a while ago, 10 years ago, but it was nothing real major.
Okay.
It wasn't like a renovation. It was just like fixing everything.
Okay. So, what are any big, like major big repairs that need to be done?
If I were going to live in it, well, if I was going to keep it, I would get a new furnace. The furnace is not working. The guy's heating with heaters, electric heaters, so you can see the houses. And that's one of the things that kind of pissed me off about this house, and I'm willing to sell it now, is because nobody's taking care of it. And I'm at the age, and I'm 73, and I don't want to get in it and remodel it and everything. I used to do all that stuff for all the other apartments, but
Yeah.
I don't want to do this. The only reason I'm thinking about maybe I will sell it, you know. So yeah, it needs a lot of work. It basically, you got to go in there and modernize the whole thing, put a new furnace in, bring up the wire it up to date with all circuit breakers. It's all fuses now, stuff like that. Where the value is, I think, is that you have a structure there that you can rent out immediately. You can build a two-unit apartment in the back, or a duplex type of house, and in the back there's a lot more privacy, and it's walking distance. The pool is right next door. You know, there's a lot of stuff right there. It's perfect for an older person, or a person without a car or something. So,
Mhm.
it has a lot of potentials,
Yeah.
So, yeah, I'd let it go.
Yeah, I mean,
But
and
that's the number I got to have,
yeah. I mean, honestly, like, so with it needing all that work, it just doesn't sound like a realistic number. But I think what you should do is list it on the market. I think you should try to list it on the market and get the number you want. And you know what? If it doesn't work out, keep me in your back pocket. And maybe we could work something out creative. Maybe we do this. Maybe I give you the 300,000. You finance it for 24 months for me, and I'll come in, I'll rehab it, I'll sell it, get it on the market, and I'll pay you off. Or if I refinance out, I'll pay you off in the 24 months or something like that. We'll get creative with it. But maybe you just try to sell it on the open market first and see if you can get that number.
Yeah, that's why I'm thinking of talking to a realtor to see how realistic am I here.
Yeah.
It's the last one. I'm a little reluctant to get rid of it.
Understandable.
It's in a great location for a business because you're right on the, pretty much right on the Spalding there for north and south. And then you got 202 that takes you east and west. So you, for a business that needs to travel like I used to do swimming pools, you just have to go to people's houses, and it's perfect, you know.
Yeah.
But anyways, yeah, who am I talking to?
My name's Ashley. What I'll do is I'll text you and I'll send you a copy of my card over. And what I'll do is I'll have one of my agents reach out to you. I have a really strong team. And
All right, I
yeah.
don't do anything. I'm old fashioned here. I
Okay.
don't do anything with a text. I don't
Oh,
do
you don't?
much with computers. I don't even have a smartphone because I don't know how to run them.
I'm gonna mail you a card, okay?
So you can mail me a card.
I'm gonna do that for you. What's your address? Let me get that first. Hold on, let me write it down for you. And
Yeah, let me know when you're ready.
I'll have one of my agents reach out to you. Maybe that might be the best route for you to go. And if that is, then yay, that's awesome. And then if there's any issues, then maybe we could discuss something creative after. Because I would definitely buy the house. I would just need some creative terms, or a lower price. And I think you should try to get your price first.
Yeah. Well, send me a card. I'll have it on file here, or I'll just keep it. I got a whole pile of, these companies that will buy your house, type of thing. And
Yeah.
I know what they want to do. They want to buy it and flip it real quick. And, I'm not going to sell it that cheap.
No, and that's why I mentioned the creative thing, because I can give you your 300,000 purchase price. But I would just have to get creative with it. I'd probably have you hold the note for a short period of time, maybe 24 months. I'd come in, get it all fixed up. I can refinance out and pay you off, and bing, bang, boom. So there's that way. You just wouldn't get paid out for 24 months. But, why don't you try to list it first, see if that works, and then if it doesn't, just keep me in your back pocket, and maybe we can reconvene.
Okay. I'll look forward to
Okay.
seeing your card.
I will put it in the mail tomorrow, and you take care. Again, my condolences to you. I'm very sorry for your loss. It's got to be very, very tough for you.
Thank you.
Yeah. So make sure you're taking care of yourself. Okay.
Yep.
All righty. We'll talk soon. Okay.
Yep.
All right. Bye. So the reason why I do that, you guys, is that's a pace move right there. Encourage them to list it on the market. And what I'm going to do is I'm going to have one of my agents reach out to them and either get that as a listing and get, a referral fee, or he lists it on the market for 300,000 and it doesn't sell, which I don't think it will. I think he wants way too much for it. But then when he comes back to me, my offer is not going to be the same, right? It's going to be a little bit of time from now. So having it being listed on the market could have just probably saved me like $50,000-$60,000. So we'll see. So if how I would do the seller financing for 2 years is I would go and completely rehab the place. Completely rehabbed would be worth, closer to 400,000. And then I go and I can refinance out because now I have equity into the property. Does that make sense? So I just get a new loan and pay him off. That's one way to do it. But it really just depends on the exit. I don't personally want it. I would just have to structure it to where I know I have buyers out there and I know what they're looking for. So I would just structure it in the way they buy properties. Okay, let's move to the next one. Let me just write mail Everett a card. I don't want to forget. A card. There we go. Perfect. I'm writing with a pencil, you guys. I know. Who writes with pencils? Everyone, the world, people in school.
Hello, it's John Coyle.
Hey, John.
Yes.
Hey, John. My name is Ashley. Sorry to call you so late in the evening. But I had just received a notification that you were interested in selling your property over on Roland Ave. Is that accurate?
That's accurate.
Oh, perfect. Okay. Well, I'm actually looking to acquire a couple properties over there. So, hey, maybe we can make a deal.
Sure.
Okay.
What's your name? I'm sorry, I didn't catch that.
My name's Ashley.
Okay, Ashley.
Okay. So can you tell me a little bit about the property? I do see it's vacant. How long has it been vacant for?
Oh, I've had it vacant for a year.
Okay.
I've done a lot of rehabbing on it, so
Okay.
just getting ready to get it back online, and then I decided maybe I'd sell it.
Okay.
And get the right price.
So when you say get it back online, did you mean like relist it? Has it been listed or get it online for renters?
No, get it online for renters.
Gotcha. Okay. What were you getting for rent there?
1375 or 1400, something like that.
Okay. Do you own more than one property?
Yes.
I could tell because you were like, trying to figure out which costs, mixing them up a little bit.
I'm gonna sell 8 of them, and I'm gonna put 17 of them into 721 exchange.
There you go. Okay.
And I'm gonna retire.
Why don't you just sell me your portfolio then?
Well, because then I have to pay capital gains and depreciation recovery and everything else.
What if I could help mitigate that?
Well, if you figure out how to mitigate that, that'd be great.
Well, would you want to get creative?
Oh, I'm open to anything.
Okay. So why don't you just there's different ways we can do this, obviously. Let me give you an example of a property that I recently did. It was $1 million property. And sellers wanted a significant amount down. I'm not saying this is how we'd have to structure yours. I'm just using this as an example. So the sellers wanted a significant amount down. So we ended up bringing $300,000 down to the table, and then they did a separate seller finance note for the rest at 0% interest. And I'm sure you can guess how that and why that panned out that way, and they held it for 30 years. They bought the property for like 275 in 2008. So they also looked at it like, hey, we just lived here all this time, and now we get, an $800 check every single month for the next 30 years. So it was just super beneficial to them. I'm not sure quite how how Kansas laws work. I do live in Maine. I do deals I am nationwide. I have properties all over. But so I'd have to dig into the exact laws and how we could structure it. But there's ways to structure things to help you mitigate those taxes for sure.
Well, I'll be happy to explore that. Been looking at a number of things right now, and I hope to have most of this done by June.
Okay.
Doesn't have to be, but that's kind of what my plan is, target is.
Okay. What I'm going to do, John, is
Okay.
Oh, go ahead.
8 of them have some mortgage balance left.
That's okay.
So
That's okay.
So that's what's going on.
Yeah, I bet you they have good interest rates too, huh?
Well, they're not that great.
Oh, they aren't? Did you refinance out?
No.
Oh, okay. So they're not old ones. No?
Well, they're 22 years old, some of them.
And they don't have. Oh, I know what you're saying. Okay.
Like, I don't know, Yeah, there were adjustable rates and.
I literally,
it's been
that's,
fine for
yep.
us, but-
Okay. Yeah. So they're ARMs, adjustable rate mortgages. Those are fun.
Yep. Yep.
Well, we
Not
can,
all of them are, not all of them are, but.
yeah.
A bunch of them are paid off, so that's.
Okay.
That's nice. But
Perfect. Well, why don't we do this? I'm going to send you I'm going to text you from my personal cell phone. Are you on a cell phone right now?
yes.
Okay, perfect. I'm going to text you from my personal cell phone. That way you have my card. And this is going to probably be like, we're going to have to probably schedule a time to get on the phone. That way I can, unless you have like all of your properties in one spot and can send me there to look at them and then I can underwrite them. Are they all currently rented or are they vacant?
No, most of them are rented.
Okay, perfect.
18 is not, but most of them are rented.
I'd rather them rented, to be honest with you. So that's perfect.
Oh, that's great.
Yeah.
You can rent them all up then.
Exactly. That's what I'm saying. Rent them all out, and I'll buy them rented. That works the best for me. Because I'm gonna basically just come in and, be cash flowing. Hopefully, that's what would make sense. But yeah, I mean, I would love to do this with you. Let me do this. It's Ashley. Okay, hold on. That's me. I'm gonna share this. That's my name badge. I can see you got an iPhone. Good, good. And I'm gonna send you my card right now. I think we could definitely work something out. I really do. I don't know why. I feel good about this. So did you say it's a total of 7 or 8 properties?
I got 8 that I was planning to sell. And 17 I was gonna put into the 721 exchange.
You said 17. You're putting in the 721.
Right. That's my plan.
Okay.
If you show me something better, I'll look at that.
Let me get my creative.
I've done a whole bunch of buying, but I've never done any selling. Oh.
I can tell you've done a whole bunch of buying here. But no, that's good. Now you get to sell it and enjoy the fruits from your labor.
I'd like to.
You will. Perfect. Well, John, I'm gonna take a look at some stuff and try to just structure a few things. If you want to send me over what the property addresses are through this text message, through my personal cell phone, or if there's anything you can guide me to where I can look and see what they are, I'll take a look at everything and see what we can do. Maybe we jump on a if you're comfortable with it, either a Zoom or a Google Meet, and maybe we can go over something and really get something in place that makes sense.
Okay.
Okay.
Sounds good.
Alrighty. It was great talking to you.
Yep. Appreciate the call.
Thank you. Bye-bye. That could be really good, you guys, but I cannot do that on a live right now. I'll record it and like have it cut up, but that's going to be a long ass call because I'm going to have to get every single property, underwrite it, figure out what my offer can be, come up with an entire price for the portfolio. Then I have to figure out if what properties has a loan, what doesn't. Can we keep it in place? Do we do a straight up seller finance on the entire thing? How many loans like there's a lot to it. So it would probably be over an hour phone call. So I'm not gonna do that tonight. My phone's almost dead and I'm not calling past 8. So I just texted him. I'm gonna wait for him to shoot me that stuff over. I think there's a good probability of getting something there because I know what he's trying to stay away from, right? And when you can offer somebody seller finance, there's a way to mitigate taxes anyways, right? Because they don't have that large chunk that they're having to pay right off the top. But there's always a way to structure things to make it a little bit better. All right, let's go to the next one. And I don't know if there's any comments up right now because I don't even see my screen. Like I could be talking to myself for all that I know. Seriously. So just give me a second. Okay. Okay, so this one's in Savannah, Georgia.
Your call has been forwarded. Your call has been forwarded to voicemail. The person you're trying to reach is not available. At the tone, please record your message.
I lost the address. It was up on my screen. I didn't want to be fumbling around on my. I'll call back. Okay, there we go. There's only one more lead to call. So we're gonna have to either get more leads or we can do like, I don't know, I can hang out with you guys for a minute.
Jenny Courier.
Come on, Jenny Courier. Answer your damn phone.
Who is it?
Hey, it's Ashley. Is this Jenny?
Ashley.
My name's Ashley Gagne. Sorry to call you so much on well, actually late in the evening, but I just received a notification that you were interested in selling your property on Prospect. I'm actually looking to buy over there.
Oh, my house is a pit.
It's not you're not ready to sell?
That's where you're calling from.
I'm calling from Maine. Can you hear me okay?
Well, yeah, if you hear me, because my birds are really noisy.
Oh, no, I can definitely hear you. I just wanted to make sure you could hear me. Were you
Yeah.
interested in selling or?
How did you get my name?
So I actually just had received a notification through my email that you were interested in selling. So you must have filled out like a form somewhere or somebody called you and asked you if you were interested in selling and you told them yes.
Oh, I've contacted two of those We Buy Ugly House people.
That's why. Yeah. That's exactly why. So.
Well, there's a little bit of a story behind it, but I'm not interested in sharing my personal life with like in-laws and people who like to play pranks, you know. But if you really are someone that get it.
Yeah. No, I definitely understand what you're saying. I do see pictures of the property right now. It looks like it needs significant work, right?
Exactly.
Yeah.
Yes. It's still 75 owed on it.
Mm-hmm.
And I am trying to get enough to relocate to
Okay.
at least get you down a down payment to get started. My husband passed away a year ago.
I'm sorry. Gosh, that's definitely tough.
Yeah. So anyways, I have parrots, big parrots. Like McCall is like noisy, loud, swearing, cussing.
They swear and cuss. Jeez.
They do.
Call they want an effing cracker. That's all I like to do.
They always say what they hear. They always say what they hear.
Yeah.
Yeah, and my husband's voice to boot. So,
Mm. Well,
so anyway, so
well, how long? What do you? So, what do you need? What do you think you
the
need?
property is in a beautiful neighborhood. I mean, all the houses around me go for 300.
Mhm.
You see a duplex. There's a two-story barn out back that my husband turned into a shop. He put a foundation on it, lifted it,
Mhm.
and it's probably in better shape than the house.
Okay.
And then behind the barn could be a loft apartment with a business below it, or 2 apartments even, because behind it is another whole separate yard
Mhm.
that tenants could use. If you have it could be an income-producing property. It looks like a duplex. The house itself, one side is 1900, the other side was added on in 1930. I say it's got job because I'm not comfortable with the bed for a long time. And he started doing work and he just never got done. Walls smashed down, sheet rocks hanging, roof is leaking. There was definitely one side of it needs a new roof.
Mhm.
I mean, the shingles are like downtown. It was like it's bad, but believe it or not, in the house there's no leaks. There's like one closet. I can even imagine what the attic looks like.
Mhm.
Well, I don't think there's any mold because there's plenty of wind going through it. There's plenty of air. It's not like it's filled up tight or anything. I don't know how black mold looks, but I don't see any black mold. But I don't know.
Yeah.
I'm going to fill out some plans because I was just recently the owner and all these years I've been in house, not over the years. But he bought it because we were married. And now I am, and I was going to try and get some grants, but I just don't. I'm just not interested. If I get enough money to relocate,
Where you want to
I'm not
relocate
wasting
to?
that money. I'm not really sure. I mean, I may have to because I don't think I'd get financing right off because of the way I was lucky. I only left me $7,000 in debt, credit card debt, and when my credit couldn't pay it when he died, so I was in shock. Couldn't do it.
Jeez.
So, yeah,
You've been
my
through a
credit.
lot. Yeah. Okay.
Yeah,
So
yeah.
I think. So where do you want? Like, do you have a destination? Does it matter? Do you want to stay in the area?
No, God, no, I don't know. Stay in this area.
Where do you want to go?
Looking like West Virginia or Kentucky or, just nothing else. Believe it or not, they're pretty cheap.
Yep.
They really are.
I score cheap properties
But
all the
that's-
time. That's why I'm asking. Okay.
You what?
I
You-
score cheap properties
did
all
you
the
say?
time. This is what I do for a living. So, I've
Oh,
already I've gotten properties under contract in Kentucky for like 30K. So like there's all kinds of different things that we could do for you. I'm just trying to think of a couple things. So are you open to like getting things going, or do you want to wait a little bit? Like how do you want to
listen, all I want to know is that if I right now had a place to go that was safe and live below, and believe me, I live way below my means. I've been living here for so long. I am not fussy. I'm not your girl. I don't care about glamour. I just want comfort, and safety. I
understandable?
want to be able to stay with. I want to be able to stay with my birds,
I don't blame
my
you.
parents. One of them 40 years old, and I just, out there, I'm close. I can make stay outside more, get more fresh air, and I'm closer to bird sanctuaries. It's not up here.
Mm-hmm.
63 years old, so I want to be close to like get sick, I go to the hospital, someone can come get them and help me,
Mm-hmm.
There's nothing up here. It's all done in someone's home, and it's just not set up for it anymore. He's not here to help me, and I just can't do it. I'm not set up here for one baby. Yeah, that's all I want.
Okay.
Please.
Well, let me
It's funny,
see.
now I get you. Now you're one of those people that, I filled out one of those things. Yeah. I had an investor the other day say, excuse me for saying this. He said the same thing. He could help me.
Mhm.
Not until I signed the contract. and I could do it. I don't mind doing that.
Did you sign a contract yet?
No.
Okay, good.
I won't.
Okay.
Because I don't know where I'm going. I don't know anything about contracts.
No, you need a plan. You need a plan before you sign anything, because if let's say you signed a contract because someone says they will come in and give you a certain number, you know, they could drag you along. You need a plan. Have somebody, make sure you have someone look over the contract, because there's just a lot of amateurs out there doing this that think they know what they're doing. Yeah.
I mean, I asked him, I said, my boy, I said, New Year's, I said, my boy, my attorney, you're going to put you through when I was to the state with.
Good.
And I said,
Good.
I said, she's gone. And he wouldn't give me 24 hours. He was really nasty about it.
Yeah.
Really nasty.
Like,
He said he can't help.
so,
I
yeah.
cooperate.
So what I could do for you is I could help you regardless. So let's stay in contact. Are you on a cell phone?
I am.
I'm gonna text you from my personal cell phone number real quick because I want to help you. Let me see what I can do. Let me do this. I might want to come out and walk the property if you're okay with it at some point. It doesn't have to be tomorrow or anything.
Absolutely.
Okay.
Absolutely. I mean, I was told that you know, because it's the area, you know, Mount Washington, Redwood Ski Resort, stable, anything. And I just don't have the means to do make a $300,000 property. I
Right.
don't. It's possibly $100,000 to do it. I'm sure. And that's my guess. But professionals say less. But I don't have a good overtime. I talk to 7 people with you.
Yeah.
And I don't have any good memories the last 10 years here.
Yeah.
So,
I just sent you my card too. So let's try to work something out. So I got Virginia, Kentucky. Let me see what I got in my pipeline, see if I got anything and see if we can get something going for you. The only way I'm really going to be able to tell you what we'd be able to do with the house is if I actually see it, just so I can kind of get eyes on it to see what needs to be done. And then we can figure out our best exit strategy for you.
and you know, once I do something, I mean, any cosmetic thing, you know, I could get help up to a little house and somewhere over there, like I would tell, don't want to be in a big city.
Yep.
You know, but it could be little and then anything cosmetic, anything really like weatherization or anything like that, I can get assistance for that. I also to fix it, but I also, you know, I just can't get financing. I think I'm just above almost to FHA from 500 store, you know, and that's
Yeah.
my big issue.
Do you still have a loan on the house?
Yeah, I told you this thing. I was offered 174 something is owed on it. He took a $35,000 house 30 years ago into a $75,000 house, my husband. But yeah, I'm about $30,000 COVID grant too way back and understand any of it. Just want to get out of here. I don't understand.
Okay, that makes sense. I understand now. Okay. I wasn't sure if that was on a different, I don't know why I thought that was a different loan you were talking about. That makes sense. Okay.
Still had 74. And I was offered that plus a little bit too. I was offered him to pay it off plus a little bit to relocate, but he wasn't giving me a chance to seek an attorney or anything.
You owe about 31,000, you said? Or 30,000?
No, ma'am. It's $74,000.
74,000 left. Okay. Well, I actually, because I'm looking at numbers over here. The original loan amount was 88,000, correct?
The original loan amount, I thought, he had it before we married, so I don't know. And I thought it was like 35,000. And that was in 1994.
1994.
I didn't even know it, but apparently somewhere along the way, he turned this into a 70 or $88,000 house.
Okay.
Yeah, still quite a bit put on it. And but people still want, I mean, sure there is, I mean, I know it can be profitable. It's just that the guy would not give me a chance to talk to. Yeah, that would be great if they could pay off the loan. Not that I give a shit. I just don't right now, but I would have to pay off the loan in order to get a little money to relocate.
Exactly. Yeah.
You know,
No, and I understand that. Yeah. So that would be something we could help you with. Yeah. One other I do have a question. Let me just see if let me just make sure before I ask you that it's hold on. Just want to double check something real quick.
Be sure you check out the area and everything about the house. I mean, it is worth a lot of money, but not in this condition.
No, I know what you're saying. Yeah, it definitely all fixed up would definitely be worth something. It definitely needs probably a good $150,000 into it, but it's the same thing with my house. Like my house would be worth, quite a bit of money, but it needs so much rehabbing. It's not even funny. I totally get it. So I'm
I
looking,
really don't mind it.
yeah.
Can't live this way.
Oh, I understand. I'm with you on this. It shows that so your husband's name was Steven, correct?
Yes.
Okay. So it does show that it's still under his name. Are you gonna have any issues with any of that or because I don't see your
No, I got some paperwork here that says, I mean, it wasn't probate, excuse me, and it is still in probate till November 2026, but I got some paper from my lawyer. The judge waived all administrative things, and I am now on the title. I have the paperwork. I just have it.
Okay. Okay.
I mean,
Just a question, because once, if we make a deal and then I have to go open title, that could be an issue. So
yeah.
yeah.
Yeah, of course. No, and that just happened last week. So it may not be quite as or do I even have to do anything? I didn't finish reading all the paperwork. I just barely got it.
Okay. Yeah. Well, you have my cell phone number anyway, so you can call me. You have my cell phone number, so I just texted you from my cell phone. So why don't you do this? Why don't we jump on a call?
Waiver of full administration statement.
Yep.
That's what it is.
Okay.
But,
Perfect.
I guess what it does is it gives me the ability to settle refinance. It's a big grants. I'll get it the help I needed to get. And I tried to get grants right after he died, but he would never do it. And they wouldn't help me because I was a squatter in my husband's house. But my lawyer, I haven't read for that yet, but my dad put it to me and said that I'm on the title, but I think I might have to do something, don't I?
Yeah. I mean, it's a process for sure, but I mean, I'd be more than happy to look at things and see what I could help you with and guide you with for sure.
Okay. Well, I just wanted to know the first thing up front.
I appreciate that. I truly do. I really appreciate that. But I
the cutest little house we bought. It was in this front wraparound porch. It was white. It was adorable. And just over the years, neglect and we just never. He got really sick. He got COVID in 2019 before the body was piling up. He got COVID. Yeah, then he got it again. And the second time, when he knew he was dying, he went out and did some fentanyl and he would do himself off quicker.
Jeez.
They told him when he was done, yeah.
Oh my goodness.
Yeah.
My heart is with you.
I'm sorry I answered the phone so rudely.
No, you're okay. I double dialed you. I was trying to get a hold of you. I would love to connect with you again very soon. What I'm gonna do is I'm gonna put it on my list to give you a call in a day or two, and then let's and I'll call you a little bit earlier on in the day, and let's
I'm just asking if you can and you're not interested, you find out there's something outside of your league. Do you, maybe, because I was told the only person who's going to help me right now is an investor. And the only investor that's going to help me is somebody that I bump into because of his house.
Yep. Yeah.
I don't know, but he's told that if I had $15,000 down, that an investor would be the only one that would be able to help someone that could do some underwriting or something with the credit score and my income, but you say you have properties out there that are very, but the payments on that are low.
Yeah.
And you know that I can get assistance because I'm a senior citizen. And that means no banks even listen to me. Yeah, I'm saying it's like I am so screwed if I don't get out of here to start, and take that money and go live with somebody for a year until I get up enough credit. I don't know. So
Right.
even if you don't really help me get into something,
Absolutely. I think I can help you. No,
I
I do think I can help you. I'm going to just look at a couple different things. I'd like to come see the property. What I think we could do is, well, we may have to get a little bit creative, but I can definitely get cash in your pocket and get you somewhere safe. So let's definitely look at this, and I'll give you a call either tomorrow. Actually, I'm going to be busy tomorrow. Can I give you a call on Monday, and then maybe we can arrange for a time for me to come down this coming week?
Of course.
Perfect. Well, I look forward to meeting you, and I definitely, my prayers are with you. My heart is with you. I can't imagine the pain you're going through right now with your loss and everything.
Thank you so much.
So, okay.
Yeah, it should be okay.
All right. Well, you got my personal cell phone number, so I texted you. You feel free to text me on that number or call me anytime, okay?
Okay, bye. See you and have a good weekend.
All right. Thanks. You too. Bye-bye. Oh, I feel so bad. I feel so bad. So there is something I can do. So she actually is in a decent location. I think what I'm going to do, I was looking at her loan she has in place. For some reason, it says her estimated balance is 31,000. But then when I asked her, she said, no, it's like 70,000. I think my offer for her house is only going to be that, but she needs cash in her pocket. So I may offer her some cash in her pocket and to take over that loan, flip it, pay off the loan, and sell it. Well, sell it. And then when I sell it, the loan would be paid off or whatever. This would be a killer flip for sure. It's like an old Victorian house, you guys. It's like big and Victorianish, but it needs work. And then all the outside surrounding houses are anywhere between 350 and 450, some words up to 5. So if I can score this house for under 100,000, I think we're definitely there's definitely some room to dance. So let me go over questions real quick and find out. I have not. I had a coffee. Oh wait, my coffee. I have a little bit of coffee upstairs. I'd go grab it if Yuri was here, so you guys didn't have to look at my chair. But that's okay. How do you overcome the lawyer objection? So the lawyer objection, just break it down more. So there's a couple different things you can say. So someone says, I got to talk to my lawyer, this and that. You bring up your attorney and be like, well, my attorney could definitely connect with your attorney. There's different things you can do where, because half of the time, I mean, I would say half of the time for sure. Actually, 50% of the time, they don't have an attorney. They're just saying that. And there's 50% of the time they do. But you can always, I always overcome it by telling them, yes, you should. You should absolutely have your attorney check it over. Attorneys, depending on if it's a cash contract, they are gonna eat up the clause of assignment. They will pull that out, they will highlight that and say that they want that taken out. It really depends. I guess, where are you struggling with the lawyer thing? Like, do you mean like when they bring up, I'm gonna have a lawyer check it over? What do you exactly mean, I guess? Because it's pretty easy to handle. You just want to basically say, I like to say, I can have my attorney talk to your attorney. I have said that on these lives. You guys have heard me. There's another one too. Sean used to say, what was there was something where he would like almost ask them who their attorney was, and they would stutter and be like, because they didn't have one. But I don't know how professional it is to ask who their attorney is, you know. But I mean, honestly, they should be having an attorney look over things. I wouldn't want to sell my house without having an attorney look over things. So I always encourage. And when you encourage, that feels good coming from you, right? When somebody's encouraging me to have a lawyer definitely look at it, that shows you're not a scam almost, right? Like I feel like it feels more real and more honest and more secure, in my opinion. So this one, do you use some type of calculator? So yeah, I do. I have a couple different calculators, like to break down my seller finance calculator, to break down my seller finance deals. I use a seller finance calculator. So this seller finance calculator, dang, I can't share my screen because I'm over on Firefox. I think that's what it's called. It's the only way I don't have a pink screen, you guys, because if I'm under Google, I have a complete pink screen. But so the different types of calculators I have a copy of a comparable calculator. I have a seller finance calculator is the main one that I use, really, because that's it's a principal, interest, and balloon payment calculator, but then it's always has a cash on cash return calculator, which I love. So you put all your numbers in, so it'll ask you like your principal and interest and utilities. You just put everything in, and then obviously your entry fee, arrears, if there's arrears, your assignment, whatever you want to get for an assignment or whatever. So if you're buying the deal, whatever you have to pay for an assignment to get the deal, to get your cash on cash return, which is great. Typically, investors like to be in the 10% or more cash on cash return. Sub 2 students, we're a little bit higher. Typically, we like to see it 17% and above. But your average Joe Schmo, Grant Cardone invents. He's not a Joe Schmo. I love Grant Cardone, but I'm just saying, like Joe Schmo and other investors, Grant Cardone too, likes to at least be. I mean, I've seen him pick up a deal at 8% interest, but that's crazy. Typically, investors like to see it 10% or more. So when would I actually do seller financing for 10 years? I see, or for 2 years, I see what they were asking. Only if I could pay them, like it makes sense, right? I got to be able to go in and put work into the property to create the equity to pay them out in the 2 years. It doesn't make sense if you can't get that equity in 2 years. You wouldn't do it on a brand new property that needs zero work, because now you're just gambling and hoping that it might go up in 2 years. If there's land attached to it, you want to build on it. If there's something you can do to make equity in the property, then the 2 years will make sense. But if you can't, it does not make sense. And that's why I was thinking, I was like, if he wants 300,000, there is a potential to do a seller finance on this for 2 years. So I would get into it with zero out of pocket, pay him out in 2 years. I could work out a payment plan in between, but the more they want, the more I'm either going to have a lower interest rate or a lower purchase price, so it's a give take scenario. It's, they pull 2 levers, I pull 2 levers. It's a 375%, 400. So wouldn't you be above that on the rehab? So I'm not purchasing it for cash. So what I was looking at is if I could work out the property and turn it into a cash flowing opportunity. He's talking about it being a commercial property where there's, obviously I'd have to look at it, but I'm pretty sure a structure like that would work. There's enough play in there to come in and do something to refinance out to get that price. If I'm doing like the 75% of ARV, that's your cash buy, right? So like I would have to take, okay, what's the ARV on it? 350. I need $100,000 in repairs. So now I'm down to 250. So I'm going to do 250, and I do 60%, by the way, but I would do, the 250 times 60% or whatever. And then that would be your cash offer. I like to do lower because it really gives you a lot more to play with, especially for investors, right? You can put a nice assignment on that. And it's always better to do it that way because you never want to go in with an offer at your MAO ever, right? You have to give yourself room. Don't ever go in with the MAO. I like to, so like, let's say my MAO was, I don't know, let's say it was 150,000. I would go in with like my offer being 125. I need room to play. And if I have to give them a little bit more, I will, but I won't keep going up and up and up. I've been really good with just staying locked in on my numbers. I think that's another thing too, right? Um, See, there's all these different things too, like I want to tell you guys about, but I like to stay locked into my numbers because I feel like it feels more real. Like, oh, this person's not yanking my chain. Like they're being serious. This is what my house is worth. There are other investors. I don't know if it was Jerry Norton or somebody, but like they had like their offers be like really weird numbers. Like they would be like 156, 556. So 150, what would they say? It was like really random. It'd be like 156,033. Like they would do the cents too, and 33 cents is what we came up with for an offer because it seemed more real. I don't remember who was doing that, but I remember me and Sean talking about it, and he was like, "Yeah, just go in with like a really random number." I don't think I ever did that, but there's different ways you can do things, you guys. Is there any more questions? Any more questions? Let me see. Maybe call one more seller. Nah, it's 8 o'clock. I'm done for the night. I'm tapping out. I do need to call one seller though that you guys can hear me call. Hold on. And let me actually see. Hey, did you get a chance to get me those photos? I'm very interested in giving you an offer. So I gave him that was, do you guys remember the Ohio guy I called before like the holiday? And I told him he was going to be losing money and that my offer was going to be below than what he bought it for. It's that guy. So I did a follow up with him today. I actually tried calling him a couple days ago and he didn't answer, but then he answered today. And he was like, "Well, what did you say my offer was?" And I couldn't remember. I'm like, "I know." I said, "Well, I did tell you it was going to be below than what you purchased it for." He purchased it for 65,000. I think the property is only worth like, I think on its higher end it was like 210 or something like that. It wasn't worth much, but I think my offer was 55,000 because it needed so much rehab. It needed a lot of rehab. I hate how this thing, oh wait, it's because I have that on the screen. Well, hello, Ashley. How are you? Well, I don't know what Yuri's doing, but see if he comes back. Yuri, come back. La 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 la. Sorry. I want to know how everyone's doing. And what I guess the big thing I got for a question for you, what do you guys struggle with most with the creative offers? Because I've had like a ton of questions. I've been going over a lot of stuff. Um, we just had a huge meetup and I met with a lot of new students and I'm just trying to make a list of things that I really need to go over. I guess I could just buy a couple more leads until he gets back. Let's do that. Let me get some in the Sacramento time zone. Sacramento time zone. And I got to put all my notes in too. Let's do this. Mhm. Okay, I just wanted to make sure that these are all exclusive. Okay, there we go. A lot of California ones. Okay, there we go. Nevada. Henderson, Nevada doesn't seem too bad. Homeowner is considering selling but has not yet made final decision or set asking price. Bye. Give me a good one. That's land. That's listed. How to structure it. Okay. So are you talking about like structuring it like the offer, the down payment? You're talking about a seller finance? Like what exactly, like an offer itself? So when I'm going in and asking somebody or putting out an idea of seller finance, I always do my 4 levers because you got to break it down like you're talking to a third grader, right? You're talking to somebody that does not know what it is. So I like to tell them seller finance. Okay. Yeah. So like I will literally be like, listen, like I get 2 levers and you get 2 levers. It's the only way it's going to make a win-win. Like if you pull 3 and I get 1, it doesn't make sense for me. So I like to tell them we start off with our purchase price. Then we got our down payment, excuse me, our down payment. Then we have our interest rate. And then we have our balloon. Okay. So the balloon is how many years they're going to hold it. I always, no matter what, if they're going to hold it for 5 years, I still amortize my deal for 30 years. You always want to do that. I mean, I've had to amortize it before for 45 years to make it even work. But the amortization schedule, that's not a level. A level. I'm so tired. The levers are purchase price, down payment, interest rate, and balloon. So if they want purchase price and balloon, you get interest rate and payment, so, and then just start it off with that. And I always like to tell sellers, you don't, did my screen just go black for a second? That was weird. I always like to let the seller know as well. Like I like to do only down payments of 10%. We typically don't go over that because when they're asking for a crazy down payment and a crazy interest rate, at that point, why aren't you saying back to them, well, it would just make sense for me to go to a bank and I'm an investor, right? And you're not really looking on the market, like you would be buying on the open market and not trying to buy their house that they're still living in that needs work. There's just a lot of things you can say back to them. Now, as far as a subject to, again, so a subject to, you're only going to structure that if that makes sense. So if they still have a mortgage on their property, that's where you need to look at it and be like, do they have a low interest rate? Because if they have a low interest rate, you're really wanting to buy that interest rate because they're like unheard of now. So if you can buy a 3% interest rate, that's great. And then there's different things you can do with that. You can mirror wrap it. There's a little bit more high level stuff, not trying to confuse you, but I like buying those subject twos, right? Because if you buy one that is a 3% interest rate, you can now wrap it to another investor and make on it every single month by saying it's a 6% interest rate. So you just added 3% interest to that. So, and then mirror wraps are just identical wraps, you staying middleman. So, just in case like the buyer stopped paying or something, you have first dibs to get the property back now, with just one payment missed. So again, there's different structures on the acquisition side, different structures on the disposition side. So that's kind of why I did that. Like what I just told you was more of a disposition on that. That's not something you would structure with a seller. So wraps are dispo, and then subject to is acquisitions. Yes, if it makes sense. So on a subject to, if it makes sense. So for instance, the last call we just had, right? She needs cash in her pocket. I was looking at her, and I'm going to have to find out from her. We're going to have to look at the most recent mortgage statement to find out exactly what her interest rate is. But it looked like on my side, it said like a 7%, which isn't beautiful, right? But if it makes sense to just fix and flip that house, I'll keep that in place. So that's less money that has to come out from a hard money loan, right? I don't have to go raise that at all. I can just keep that in place with a monthly payment already. And then a 7% interest rate is way cheaper than a hard money loan anyway, right? So I'd rather just keep that in place if I'm fixing and flipping this property. Now, if she owes 70,000 and I can get this property upwards 450, 500,000 sold on the open market, yes, it would make sense to put 10K, 15K in her pocket and just help her get into a new place. There's times, right, where somebody purchased their house in 2023, let's say, or 2023, and they still got that nice interest rate. They might have like a 3.5 or 3.62 or something. It was just like a really beautiful interest rate, something that's not above 4. Or even 4s are beautiful, right? But let's say they have zero equity. At that point, if I'm looking at their property and I know it's going to cash flow, I mean, I've looked at these properties. I'm like, yeah, it would make so much sense to take this over. I could get a renter in there and just immediately cash flow because their monthly payments only, $1,200 a month, because they still have that they got grandfathered into that nice 3% interest rate because they bought their house when those were offered. It's like $29 leads, right? Like when you buy 29, when you have coupon club for $29, it stays $29 when all the new people are paying 39, right? You get like, I don't know why I'm trying to explain that, but I don't know why that was even the first thing that came to mind, but you get what I'm saying? So let's say they have zero equity, but I want this property because I know it'll cash flow. I will offer them 10K, 20K. You can offer them 10% of whatever that purchase price is. And most investors would buy it, especially if it has a beauteous interest rate. So Yuri's back. I know he's back because I saw him type something. So, and let me say this too, Tracy, so if you're not part of the school community, I definitely advise you are. I know it's turned paid now, but it's super, super valuable. And I have a coaching program that's in there. It's not launched yet, but that'll all be launched soon as well. So I would be able to work one-on-one with you more. But the school community is great. They do weekly coaching calls, they do events, they do all kinds of different things. It's great. It really is. I love the school community. Plus, it's a community. You hear that? I said the school community, it's a community. And being an investor, I think it's super important to be part of a community. It really is. Perfect.
Tracy's in school community.
Yep. Perfect.
And
Awesome.
I'm gonna talk about this next week, but everybody in school will be able to get 50% affiliate commission on anybody you invite. So even if you're broke, fully broke, like zero broke, you can just bring 2 people and it pays off your membership. So you bring 4 people, you can also pay for Coupon Club.
And not only that, too, you guys, when he says it's an affiliate commission, he's not talking about bonus money either.
Yeah, it just goes to your school account and you can just take it to your card. Not you can, that's the only way. So we don't have any control of that. I'm gonna talk about this more over next week. I'm just trying to.
You get physical money.
Yeah, the plan is to make it a little bit more organized, but the whole idea in school, like there's the whole idea of speed to leaders, and again, I think, no disrespect to anybody, but if we'll be just doing this whole full time, I probably will be the biggest coaching club right now, but I'm doing this mostly alone with Ashley and help of other volunteers. I mean, not volunteers, we give them leads sometimes, but that's the point. Somebody asked, oh, do you guys give leads on lives? Yeah, that's what we do. I mean, if you have good connection, good computer, like I mentioned, I'm working off computer that costs $150. So I'm pretty sure you can get one. You can finance if you're that broke or something. But if you have a good internet connection and good computer, decent one that allows you to connect, like me, again, this is Dell, $150, $125 from eBay. It was used one, actually. So I'm pretty sure you can get the same one. And again, if you don't have internet connection, which is good, you should get one, because that's 100%. You're going to lose a lot of money without having good internet. So, I mean, I'll rather sleep on the floor, but have good internet. So I like to sleep on the floor too. So not a problem. So I feel fine about that. But I would definitely want to have a good connection. So that's freaking more important. So yeah, if you have this, if you can just do that, which sounds like it's hard for a lot of people, it's already a big qualifier. We can invite you for one of our lives, and you'll make some dials. I mean, and we're gonna give you leads. Okay, full disclosure, we give you leads, give you bonus balance, you buy leads. And if you don't suck, we'll invite you one more time. If you suck, we're probably not going to invite you enough. So make sure to have some script in place, or some structure at least. We're not asking you to be like closing contract right there, like just imitating, or or doing creative finance or do innovations. But unfortunately, a lot of people who I've seen, they struggle to even do the regular cash process. And again, right now there's a lot of ways to learn things and do that type of stuff. Any code today for non-Coupon Club users? Yeah, we did too. Did you buy any leads this week? Because Loyal 90 works if you bought any leads. So, but I think there is also one.
Yeah, I don't know if you heard one of my calls, but this guy has 7 properties. So I'm going to be sitting down with him and trying to buy like the whole portfolio.
Was it active lead, sale lead, exclusive lead?
It was active.
Okay.
Yep. $59.
And yeah, guys, so here's the thing. And by the way, Ashley might want to know, I don't think we'll keep pounding. So just, guys, want to remind everybody, get a Coupon Club. There is a trial. We make dials every Monday. We do a giveaway webinar. So if you're in school, you'll have a link. You probably registered before. We invite people too for now. But every week we give away $500 for you just to sit there. You sit, you can put me in the background, and then we have giveaway. If you win, you claim the money. So that's one of the ways. We do accelerators. We do a bunch of other things. But
the accelerator is starting back up this Tuesday.
Yeah, I think, and like this is actually a good question. Like, how we want to do accelerator? Do we want to just keep it inside of Zoom, or we just want to do it live so people watch and members?
I think it's better to keep it in Zoom, because I think some of the people who want to be an accelerator don't want to be on a live YouTube. They want to do this, but they would rather it not be live broadcasted.
Well, based on the number of people who had volunteers to do it on Zoom, that's why I'm thinking, like, it's not like we have the crowd of people willing to make dials. So that's, but maybe
I just think it's better to keep it on Zoom, and then maybe, maybe the final people who were more so a part of it get invited to like a like our battle or something, or
Well, that's the point too, because I think what I want to, not what I actually told to our marketing department, that will be the plan. So starting from January 11th, as some of you might know, that the NFL playoff starts all the way to Super Bowl on February 9th. So we plan to launch like packages on January 11th, and we'll do like competition for everybody. Like we'll allow people to submit leads or submit the recordings, and we're gonna grade them with AI coach, and we're gonna put people on leaderboard on this page, and we'll also have packages and other stuff, and we'll have some prizes.
so they can submit any recorded phone call.
Yeah, I mean, anytime if you have recording, you can submit it. I mean, if that's iSpeedToLead lead, you're probably gonna get extra points for that. But
I want to submit a couple recordings to you and have AI grade it, because I had a few killer calls that I was like, I wonder
yeah, anybody
what
can
the
submit
AI.
any. So that's the whole point. We wanna just run it for the whole year, or for the whole like season of playoffs. And I think that's we might. And maybe I'll still thinking about, hey, maybe if you submit any of your recordings, we're gonna give you one spin for everybody, so or something like that, just quick bonus because you had balls to do that and put some effort. But that will be
someone with a 937 area code said, sorry.
No problem. But yeah, that will be the thing. I mean,
Oh, nice. Okay. Perfect. I appreciate it. That guy from Ohio, I'm still like on his ass to send me some photos or whatever. And he just replied back, he's going to get them to me in just a few minutes. I want to lock this deal up.
okay. But guys, I think it was a pretty good live. Again, if we got some lead with silent properties, it's a good beginning of the year. We're gonna see how that goes. And again, guys, reminder: you wanna get LeadPacks, bunch of bonuses, get a package. And again, I'm gonna say you should never buy any leads without package, because it's not smart. Just get a package, because you can get extra up to 100% savings and different bonuses and stuff. And leads are expensive, but if you have a coupon club, they are the most affordable, especially if you combine the ways how we do things. And
Tracy,
again,
sorry, Tracy, are you in my community on Discord? And Lavish, I don't know if that's a male or female, so I can't really ask, but I have a Discord channel, so I didn't know. I think you are. Because I'd like to, I think after I have that conversation with that guy that has 7 or 8 properties, if I could record some of it. Okay, perfect. I can put it in the chat anyways. If I record some of it, I'm sure somebody would like to listen to that, right? Because that's a lot of structuring and maybe a good opportunity for someone to learn.
Sure.
But I didn't mean to cut you off. I'm sorry.
No, that's no problem.
Let me do this.
But
Yuri, are you on Discord?
yeah, but I don't like it. I know people sit there, honestly. I think it's annoying.
Okay.
Is that really active? Like you have a bunch of people there?
I have a few.
Yeah, but are they active? Are they posting actively? Because I even saw like Guru's Discords. They're like, I wouldn't say they're that active, even especially for the number of people.
No, but I haven't.
Yeah.
I was really I was gonna start making it more active. This coming week was my first week back on it, so yeah, it's a little bit active. It's not crazy, but I mean,
yeah, but what's the benefit of the score? Like, it's not like you can really monetize there, and
so
can you
yeah,
put like materials inside or something?
I do have some materials inside. Yes.
Okay.
I have some files and scripts. I have what is innovation in real estate. I have it broken down. I have the 70% rule. I have some, yeah, there's like different things they can download. Role playing. I haven't put anything in there yet, but the other things have stuff in it. Yeah, I mean, I'm just trying to build that community, and then it builds over time, obviously, but I gotta add, that's one thing I have to work on, Yuri, too, because I'm like, what do I add in my free Discord channel versus my coaching? You know, I want to keep a lot of that separate.
I probably wouldn't.
No?
I don't think you have enough time to monitor two groups. And you're still trying to close your own deals too.
Wait to server. There we go.
If you wouldn't be like on a lot of lives with us, and like, I think that's I think it will be different, but
See if this goes. Can you see this when I did you see that go through?
yeah.
Okay, perfect. Tracy, that's my Discord. All right. I gotta head out because I gotta go help my daughter with something, but
Awesome. No, we're wrapping up. It's almost been 2 hours, and we'll try to be more consistent, and we guys gonna see you soon. Not promising to be tomorrow, but I might. So I might come and just get some people, make some lives. But we're definitely gonna have a big run for playoffs, NFL playoffs, and with packages over there. Again, it was supposed to be secret. But having said that, I'm not sure about deals itself. So you should be excited about this. But I definitely think you should be getting some packages right now, because I'm not sure if it will have LeadPacks and a bunch of other things that we typically include. So if you want to get volumes, this is the time. And yep, we thank Ashley. Guys, again, Coupon Club, $2 leads, $3 leads, LeadPacks, bunch of other things you can get from iSpeedToLead. And if you have any questions, you can always connect for one-on-one call. Doesn't matter if you don't have money, you have money. We're going to sit with you and share with you how things work. And we're going to see you soon. Thank you all. Get a Coupon Club.
Much love, guys. Bye.